How do you stop fabric fraying on DIY lampshades? Imagine turning a simple piece of fabric into a beautiful lampshade that brightens up your space. Now, to keep it looking neat and professional, you need to stop that fabric from fraying. Fraying happens when the edges of fabric unravel over time, especially when you cut or sew it. Luckily, there are several easy ways to prevent this from happening, and you can choose what works best for your project. First, always start with a clean, sharp cut. Use a rotary cutter or sharp scissors to trim the fabric edges just inside the seam line. This gives you a clean edge that is less likely to fray. For thicker or loosely woven fabrics, you might want to pull a few threads out intentionally to create a controlled fringe. This reduces bulk and keeps the edges tidy. Next, applying a fabric sealant, often called a fray stopper, is a smart move. These liquids bond the fibers along the cut edge, stopping threads from unraveling. You simply brush or dab it onto the raw edges and let it dry. It remains flexible and clear, so it does not change the look of your lampshade. This method works well for delicate fabrics like silk or linen, which are common in lampshade projects. Covering the raw edges with trims is another popular option. You can glue or sew on binding tape, grosgrain ribbon, or bias tape along the edges. These materials hide the frayed edges and reinforce the fabric, making your lampshade more durable. Some crafters use washi tape for a decorative touch, but keep in mind it might crease or not last as long. If your lampshade has a plastic or PVC frame, you can cut a thin strip of PVC to cover the fabric edge. Then, overlay it with ribbon or binding for a sturdy, clean finish. This method adds extra support and keeps everything looking neat. For securing the fabric under the lampshade rings, tuck about 3 centimeters of fabric underneath and hold it in place with adhesive or double-sided tape. This keeps the edges from fraying and keeps the fabric taut. For small finishing touches, a light coat of clear nail varnish on the edges can stop tiny threads from escaping. Before attaching your fabric, make sure it is smooth and wrinkle-free by ironing it out. This helps prevent stress on the edges and gives a cleaner look. Combining these techniques, careful cutting, sealing, covering, and securing, will keep your DIY lampshade looking polished and professional. Using upcycled or recycled fabrics is a great way to make your project eco-friendly and unique, and these tips will help your finished piece last longer.